It's the season of giving, and that isn't relegated to just toys for children.
The Sam L. Cohen Foundation is donating millions of dollars to create a new pediatric infusion center at the already existing one in Scarborough. 207's Beth McAvoy has the story.
In order for all of our patients to be able to get the infusions that they need here in our clinic, we need more space and more dedicated infusion rooms.
Thanks to a $2.25 million donation by the Sam L. Cohen Foundation,
This is incredible.
A new pediatric infusion center will be built at Maine Children's Cancer Program on Maine Medical Center's Scarborough campus.
We, have a clinic here that's been running for a long time, and we're able to offer a lot of these infusions to our patients, but space is limited. And in addition, when that happens, we have to have a lot of our patients treated at the hospital.
This, the largest gift the Sam L. Cohen Foundation has ever given, will mean children with cancer and a variety of chronic illnesses will be able to get the IV infusions they need without having to go to the hospital.
Sam lived in Biddeford and was a business person in southern Maine, and he was very supportive of lots of different philanthropic organizations throughout southern Maine. But Maine Children's Cancer Program really touched his heart.
The new infusion suite will mean an additional 500 infusions can be given to children who need them each year. Children like 10-year-old Devin Blake.
I like to play games with my friends.
He has Evans syndrome. He was diagnosed when he was about 6 years old, which is an autoimmune issue that affects a lot of the parts of his autoimmune system, but he currently has issues with platelets and has had past issues with low hemoglobin.
Yeah, I basically started bruising and bleeding really easily.
He ran out of platelets in March, ended up dropping a plate on his toe, wouldn't stop bleeding. Multiple doctor's office visits, multiple emergency room visits, potential surgery that they actually shut down because the anesthesiologist would not intubate him with no platelets.
Devin leaves his home in Lewiston every 28 days to get an infusion.
They put the IV in my arm, and when they put the IV in my arm, they go back to the room, and then we just wait for a while.
The infusion takes around 5 to 6 hours.
I bring my phone and play games on it. Also, there's the TV in the room. Sometimes I just watch it. Most of the time I fall asleep. I mean, I don't hate it, but I don't want to do it if I don't have to.
The infusion center is exactly what we want and need, but we thought that it should also be more than that, and that we should offer other services to our patients and families. So there's actually going to be a solarium that is going to be built that is going to be able to have a number of activities. We have our own child life specialist at Maine Children's Cancer Program who will help coordinate art activities, music therapy, pet therapy. We have a strong social work department. We'll be able to have sessions for mom groups, dad groups, and other support groups for siblings in a space that is warm and inviting, that is right within our own walls.
The new pediatric infusion center is giving mom Dawn Blake peace of mind.
It makes me feel more secure to know that if something happens, we don't have to go necessarily to Boston or to Barbara Bush. If they have the technology there, it can still be just a day in and out versus a hospital visit.
The infusion center is expected to be completed by spring of 2022.
I think this is going to be a wonderful thing, not only for the children with cancer, blood disorders, but all the pediatric patients in Maine and eastern New Hampshire that can now come to a patient pediatric centered space to be able to receive their holistic care.
I think if I'm honest with myself and if we're honest with ourselves, it just is going to provide that many more children with hope and their families with hope that, that they're strong and that they can get through this, and that with the advances in medical science that the infusion center will give them opportunities that they never had and for a life that they envision.
Construction starts in January, and the new facility will be named, appropriately enough, the Sam L. Cohen Pediatric Infusion Center.
So important.